I'm your host, Morgan Pika Izurukama Jr. Ensure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button to get the content and every update of the content that I repost. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at the computer software as well as the application software and getting the work done. All right, so without wasting much of your time, let's do the objectives for today. All right, so our main objective for today is to distinguish between the operating system and the application software, and to also list the various methods by which individuals and business acquires a software. Then we'll also look at some of the list and briefly describe the various types of task-oriented software, and we'll be able to identify the kinds of software available for both large and small businesses. Then we will be able to discuss the ethical issues associated with software. Then last but not the least, we'll be able to describe the function of various computer professions. Okay. So now, our main contents for today is we are going to look at the application software, software type, the task-oriented productivity software, as well as the business software, application software and ethics, as well as the computers and people at large. Now, let's get into the application software. So under application software, we'll get into application software and how we can apply these application software in the real world task. In the real world task that solves the user's problem, or versus the operating system that you control the hardware. Okay. Now, what does it mean to get the work done? Remember about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, this was the biggest empire, where it was the biggest empire, where when we said to get the work done, these guys, they used to get the work done. Why? Because the Roman Empire was known for military force. It was known for political violence, influence and affluence. The Roman Empire, it was also known for the social amenities. This was a very big empire that was known for problem solving. They used to solve problem, and this empire, it was very large. It was very large. It had people who had the specialties in ICT. People were moving with real-time technology. People were updated with everything, the softwares and the programs that they can be done. Because for them, even when they are military, the military soldiers, what they were doing those days, they used to plan computer room and to plan how they will attack and destroy enemies. Okay, so that's how the Roman Empire was known for. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, now let's look at the PC, the PC software characteristics. So on the PC software characteristics, these PC software characteristics, they are known for user-friendly. A computer, it's a user-friendly. I have an idea on how to operate these computers. Computers are very easy. Yes, they're very easy to operate and also to check things because they work through the command of the user. Then intuitive. In here, it's every program that you've installed within the computer. Let's say, for example, if you insert an input, the computer will process it and then it is going to give you the output. If, let's say, for example, if you open a file document and inside that file document, there are movies, there are movies, music, as well as pictures. The computer will be able to separate them. It will tell you to say, this is a movie, these are songs, and this. Minimum training as well as documentation are needed to use this computer as software, or even to use a computer. You need to have at least a minimum understanding, or rather a minimum training for you to operate the computer very well. Okay. Now, let's look at the software types. So on the software types, we have the first one that is called the custom software. Now, the custom software, it is the software that is written by programmers. So what it means here, the programmers will sit and then they'll start designing or creating a software. It will be written down using the programmer's language, that is the language of coding. Then it usually takes a lot of time to write as well as to test the hypothesis of these program, because for your program to be approved, it has to be tested. It has to be tested beyond shadow doubts. And once they test it and then they notice to say that it is working effectively, then they are going to approve it. And when your software is approved, guess what? It will be published and it will be all over. Remember, ICT is everywhere. Then when specification are unique. So specification for these custom software, they're very unique. I'll give an example. Windows 7 usually have its own unique features. Windows 8, it also has its own unique. Windows 10 as well as 11, they have their own unique specification features. Okay, now another types of software, it is the packed or rather commercial software. These packed or commercial software, these ones, you need to buy them because they are sold in stores as well as catalogs or download. They are also the website, which is just www. What does www stand for?
World Wide Web.
Okay, so it stands for World Wide Web. Now, you can either purchase them from the software publisher. Remember, the software publisher, these are the ones that usually owns what we call the copyrights. Then they must be installed. Now, when you install them, it usually comes with what we call the standard or rather the custom installation. The other software usually comes with what we call the key product. If you don't have the key product, then it won't, like you can't get done with the installation. And that's the reason why in here it's saying something to say active Windows, and then it usually needs what we call the activation key, which usually comes with the installation custom software. Okay, then the setup usually processes copies of some of all the software to the hard disk. So the examples of the hard disk, we can give me an example of the hard disk. Okay, like example, a simple one, we can even put a flash, a CD, all those things. Those are just hard disk. Then it may require this to be in the drive to run. So sometimes you can either use the CD-ROM or just the flash disk. Okay. Then how can one acquire software? How can one acquire software? Yes, tell me.
Freeware.
Okay, so you can acquire software by freeware. That is, they are free to all. These are copyrighted. They are distributed in machine readable format. Okay, then the shareware, we also have the shareware, which is the freely distributed for a trial period. Then you can only pay for just a minimum fee with the author. Like we have these other software where you can buy them, and then these ones where you buy, they have good features as in compared to the free one. Yes. Continuation of acquiring software. Okay, then we also have what we call public domain software. Now, the public domain software, these are uncopyrighted. They may be used or rather altered, that is changed without what? Restriction. These ones, it doesn't require a publisher to, like as in, to change. Any person can usually change them. They can be easily altered without any restriction because these are just the public domain software. Then generally, these generally developed under government grants. So the reason why they are not restricted, you can change them because the government usually it's the government that usually buy these software which are used in the public domain. Okay. Then we also have what we call the open source. These are just the free to all. The source code is distributed and it may be used or rather altered, that is changed. Then we also have what we call the popular, that is under the Linux operating system. Okay, that's where we can find open source. Okay. Then the other one, it is the commercial software. Commercial software, these are used most often, like almost every time these software are used. They are copyrighted, then they are generally what? Costly, because these ones, they are the software where a company needs to buy so that they can be installed. I'll give an example. When you go in a bank or rather in a shop, you realize that they've done the CCTV. They've put the CCTV everywhere. And those things, what they usually done is that the owner of that shop or maybe the owner of a company, they usually buy these from a commercial software. They usually buy what we call commercial software. And this commercial software, it can help you as the CEO or rather as the founder of the company, your workers, what they are doing and where they are. Even vehicles, I'll give an example of vehicles such as trucks. Trucks, they usually buy these commercial software where someone will be seated in the computer and they'll be able to trace and track where. If it has changed direction, they will still find it out and they'll call the driver. Or if anything happened, they'll be able to tell and they'll be able to know what is going on. So those people, what they've just done is that they've bought this software from the commercial software. Then they may not be copied without the permission of the manufacturer. You cannot copy. For this one, there is no plagiarism. Once you do that, you'll be prosecuted. And the minimum years that you can spend in jail, it is just 25 years. Worse is that the whole entire life sentence. That's if you manipulate the software. All right. Now, let's look at the purchasing commercial software. About how can someone buy this commercial software? Let's say on an individual level, how can you buy this one? You can buy this software for a warehouse store. Remember, in a warehouse, you need this software to monitor everything that is happening. Just a warehouse, it is just a place where you keep maybe your goods or maybe your equipment. And for the safetyness as well as the security of your equipment, you need to have these commercial software installed so that you can be able to monitor what is happening. And the good part is that you can also, they can be linked with your phone, where you can even be watching just on your phone, checking what is happening. And you can backdate because these videos, they are tracked. And then this software usually comes with, when you buy it, they'll give you an hard drive which will have maybe a terabyte, like 1 terabyte space, just to have those copies, a record of. You can backdate them. Maybe in a certain month something happened, you want to know what transpired because you found that something is missing. So you can backdate it and you'll be able to notice that, oh, this is what had happened. Then for mail order, you can maybe you buy them through email and then it can come to your address and then you can install it. Electronic software distributed. Others maybe for just electronic purpose. You can also get it by electronically, and then as long as you've got a Visa card, you can buy it. There is no need to go in a shop, but you can online. Okay. Purchasing continuation. Now, remember the first one that we started with was on the individual level. Now, this one for businesses. How can one purchase this commercial software on the business for business level? So for this one, they usually have the volume discount. They can give you a discount. For this one, they have the volume discount. Then they also have the site license. So you need to provide the site license. To say if you're in Monzi, you need to get the site license where you're operating from. And where can you get that site license? From the local council, of course. You can go there, you get those documentation, and then you attach them. Network version. These ones, they are updated. You need to update them. And then for updated, if you want to update them, you should also consult from the Oasis, the publisher, the owner, where the copyrights of those software are. Then also we have what we call the application service provider, which is known to be as in the ASP. So these ones, they usually provide what we call the software is a setup and it is maintained by the application service provider. So the service, who is the service provider? The person where you bought it from is the one that will keep on maintaining it as well as updating it. Equally, like let's say for example, you've you've created the website. There is someone who usually control the domain, and then you need to subscribe. There is also that fee for maintenance. Set up also for security so that your web has not been hacked. Okay. Then also access the software over the internet. Yes, you can even access this software over the internet. Then you need to pay use. If you want to use them, you need to pay. Then this saves the expense of installing as well as maintaining the software. Remember, when you've paid for this one, you leave all the maintenance, all the installation to the provider. The provider is the one who will be taking care of those things. You just need to go there, you open it, and then everything will come and then it will pop up. Then these ones, they don't crash, okay, unless otherwise. Then we also have what we call the task-oriented software. These are what we call the productivity software. These, they usually make work faster and they usually make our lives easier. And that's the good part with ICT. ICT usually just simplifies things. It usually simplifies difficult things into simple ones. Okay, so when you look at this one here, these are just software applications that are open in a computer, where as you're installing them, once you install this one, it will just, because this one is a task oriented, it will make the work that you want to do very fast and very easy, and then it will even save your time. You don't have to spend much time on it because it is fast and it is also easy. Okay, word processing. Remember, under word processing, there is also a software that is just meant for word processing. And nowadays there are these apps that are everywhere, where you can write something on the pen paper and then capture that thing with your phone, and then that app, it will type everything and then it will create a Word document. It will be processed as in a word process. So we have what we call the users. The users can use what we call memo. What are these memos? These can either be a write-up Word document, The memorandums, like memorandum of understanding, you want to create an understanding with a certain firm or company. Correspondence, minutes of meetings. Gone are those days where when someone is talking, then you're busy writing with the pen. But even in the tech world, when you get these word processing apps, these they will help you in minutes. How do they work? Because when someone is talking, just like the way I'm talking, when you get this software, it will be able to convert the words it will type them into document. And then maybe when the meeting is done and whatnot, you can open it and then just to counter check and correct just one or two things. And it is very fast and easy. Anything to be typed, you can use the word processing. Function. This one, it works as in it helps to create content, edit, format, as well as storing, and also it helps you can even print the text and the graphics. Okay, so that's the good part of this word processing. Now let's look at the desktop publishing. Now desktop publishing, these ones they are used for what? Newsletters. These people that usually do the news writer, like we have the Daily Mail, Times of Zambia, and whatnot. For them to write and whatnot, they usually use what we call the desktop publishing software, which helps them to write up all that content and info. Reports, brochures, it's the desktop publishing function. This one, it is just works just to handle high level publishing needs. Now, when we talk about high level publishing needs, you're going to agree with me that when you buy that magazine or maybe a newspaper, you realize that there are many stories within that newspaper or a magazine. And that is where now this desktop publishing becomes more important, because it gives you that privilege, like as in stories of maybe 20 stories in one document. Then we also have what we call electronic spreadsheet. Under the electronic spreadsheet, this one, it is used in comparing mortgage interest rate. Now, in here we have what we call these mortgage, the interest rates. These are the ones that usually works with the banks. Like for example, if you say one wants to go and get a loan from the bank, maybe they will tell you to say, what property do you have, so that the bank can mortgage that property, and then so that they can give you the money that you want. So these ones, electronic spreadsheets, are mainly used at the bank, or are those people that are involved in those people that are involved. Okay. So those people that are involved in micro banking or microfinance, then it's also used in preparing budgets. All right, okay, so then they are also used in comparing the budgets, tracking weight loss, the electronic spreadsheet, okay? Then the function they're used just to manipulate numbers in rows as well as columns. Then they are also used to recalculate the results when a number is changed. And what if maybe the number is not changed? It will calculate, and they can also help in the manipulation of numbers. All right, okay, then for the functions, okay. So now let's look at these electronic spreadsheets. This is how they appear. Like you can check here. This one, it's an Excel document. You can either put them in an Excel document spreadsheet where you have the expenses this side, you put January, February, March, April, May, then you put the total of maybe here you have the expense, food, how much did you spend like from these months, and then you put up the total. Or you can just put it up, then thereafter you can create what we call this one, the pie chart, then creating the percentages, which one spent more money. Okay. Database management. This is what universities and also banks as well as big companies uses. A database management because it helps to keep information either at the company or anywhere, because this one you can retrieve any info and you can't lose it, as in compared to the manual of keeping information in the box files. But once you upload this information on the database management system within the computer, you'll be able to have access to that info. Okay, so users, they usually keep track of a large number of related facts. Then the queries, they usually query the data for specific information. They can also retrieve information in a variety of ways. The function of the database management is that it acts as a storage for information, and it also updates the information, and it can also manipulate the information. That's if someone enters in the database. I remember one graduate from UNZA. He had to manipulate the government database, and then he had to employ himself. Even these people that you were hearing of, the ghost workers, they just hacked the database and then put your name there, and then zinge number 27. Yeah, so then also it also helps to retrieve data, print data in many forms, report on data in a variety of ways. Graphics. So under graphics here, we have what we call the enhanced graphics as well as the non-enhanced graphics. Enhanced graphics, they usually appear in color form. Then the non-enhanced graphics, those are graphics that usually appear as if in a black and white, as if it's an X-ray image. Like under graphics, these are used for what? Mapping, graph, charts. Then they help to do what? Compare data to spot the trends and make a decision. The visual information, what? Compiling, like it's just more compiling. When you look at this image here, this is just the map. Then when you check the names, they are just a lot. And that's the reason why it's more compiling than, because there are a lot of things that are inserted graphically. Presentation graphics. These are just The uses of these presentation graphics, they are used for sales too, to demonstrate a product. Like for example, you can use PowerPoint presentation to demonstrate the products that you're advertising, to also show the cost as well as the benefit. Projection on the chart, you can project it just on the chart, just like you can see on this person here. He's presenting using what? The PowerPoint presentation. Present with the audio, video testimonial from a satisfied what? Customers. Then they'll show you through the presentation. Like it, then you can buy that product. It text, graphics, audio, as well as videos from the testimonials, okay, of the customers. Then we have computer art. These are used, they use a software to just produce art as well as express ideas. When I do those, when I and all those things, they are just using what we call computer art, where they can just make them in form of cartoons, and then it becomes more interesting. You know, people usually watch those things and whatnot. Yes. Then graphic artists, the usually graphic artists, this one usually includes the artistic abilities, the ability to draw and to come up with something which is so creative, computer skills, and also to produce computer artwork. Okay. Then communication. Under communication, this one, it helps to communicate from home with a computer at work. You can communicate. Once you link these, your electronic gadgets, you'll be able to communicate from home as well as from home when you're still at your workplace. You can be able to communicate. Then you can also be able to access data stored in another computer in one location when you link them up. Then you can also check for what? The stock exchange update. Like now, 8 hours, the stock market, the London session, it has already been open. And the most important market that really makes billions of dollars, that moves the stock market, it's the London market. It opens at 8 hours Zambian time. And then once it opens, you'll see how the stock will move. This is where you'll be able to tell to say, okay, the dollar is doing fine, the GBP pound is doing fine, as well as the euro and whatnot. Yes, just to mention a few of those top-notch currencies. Then also weather information, you can get them through these forecasts from the meteorological department. The meteorologists, those people that just study weather forecast. Okay. Then communication, you provides the method for communicating between computers. Yes. Then most likely to just connect via the internet. When you connect via internet, you can be able to communicate. Then also the use of what? Browser to access internet. Like you use the search engines, Google, these other search engines. Then we also have what we call the office suites. Office suites, these are just a group of basic software applications designed to work together. Data is profitable. Data is just portable. When we say portable, meaning that it is easy to be accessed between the basic application of the office suite. Then various applications in the suite have the same look. They usually have the same look and feel. So when you check them, like for example, when you open an office suite, it usually comes with PowerPoint, Word document, Excel, Publisher, and other word spread. Yes, cost of the suite, which is just less than the purchasing individual application. Okay, this one, the cost of this application, which is just the office suite, it is just less than that of the individual application. Okay, now integrated application, the integrated application, these usually combine the basic word processing, spreadsheets, and graphics capabilities, more limited than a suite. Now, the main part for this one, it is just more limited than the wetsuit, or rather the office suit, then these ones are easier to learn and to use. Okay. Software development focus. Software development focus, these are easy to use, personal to use programs. Okay, then the to-do list maker, these software, the software development focus, these they can do. They can create email program as well as internet access. These software, they usually come with samples where you can get the sample and then you start putting your content from the sample. It usually comes with hundreds of multiple samples where you can, if you just to see how you want your presentation to look like, your to-do list, you can check samples on how a to-do list looks like, and then you can pick which one suits you or which one you prefer the most. Then business software, these are just custom writers to meet the special business needs. They are standard packages and also combination of custom written and off the shelf. Okay, they are off the shelf. These are software where you cannot find in the shop where they are on the shelves and one. No, you can just access them online. Nowadays, they've now simplified things. Vertical markets software. These are written in particular types of a business, that is the dentist office. Okay, like the dentist office, they'll put up something that will show the dentist. Drugstore, they'll put up a pharmacy or something, some drugs just to show it. Auto shop, remember these, they'll put up these equipments and those things that are used at the auto shop. Software may be part of the complete package. Okay, like hardware installation, training, and support. So under vertical, when you buy these, when you buy a software, what happens is that they'll give you the hardware and some of the installation, and then they'll come and train your staff or your team on how these works, so that, and then they'll also give you support in the long run. Okay, so that's how it goes under the vertical market. Okay, then we also have what we call the software for work groups. So groupware as well as collaborative software. Let a group of people share information or track information together. That's how this one works. Data is being used. The data being used is located in the central database where everyone has got what access. Data can be accessed and updated by everyone in the project group. It's not personal, it is for everyone. It's for the people to the people and for the nation. That's how this one is. Then the software working group, for example, we have what we call the scheduling as well as preparation of a proposal by several individuals, where they will prepare proposals and then everyone will look at them just to see which one can we pick and can we go for. Then basic information center or the help desk. The help desk usually have what we call the software selection, software training, software and hardware installation, software and hardware updates, as well as troubleshooting. Usually comes with all these things just to help clients on the clientele, because this one, when you buy a software, we have what we call the information center for help, which is known to be the desk help, where you can contact if you're having challenges with the software selection or software training, train your workers. Okay. Then software for small business. Like let's say this business, someone just wakes up today and they want to start up a business and then they don't have skills for accounting. So you can buy this software instead of you to go and train maybe for 3-4 years for an accountant. You can just purchase this software, and then it usually comes with the spreadsheet software accounting package, and some of the basic accounting, as well as the financial statement, tax summaries, as well as what the payrolls you can them. Then you can generate that, and then you start giving to my payslip to your workers, your employees. Then writing as well as advertising, you can use the word processing software as well as the desktop publishing. And then we also have what we call the customer service, that is you found at the database management. Software for small business continuation, keeping up as well as making contacts, like making contacts to your client, networking over the internet. Remember, they say your network determines your net worth. If your network is poor, even your net worth will be poor. You'll be making $0. But if your network is very good and strong, you'll be making millions of dollars. And that's the reason why these people that are working online, they are making it because the stronger the network, the stronger the more you have an increase in your network. Making sales like pictures, graphic presentation, software, these ones they usually come with services. So in here, you can check here, we have the CaroTrace computer system integration. These are just specialized in small business network. So these usually come with this software and whatnot. Then also, we also have other services that they usually provide, such as what? Network design, hardware selection and installation, software selection and installation, as well as what? Network security. So once you buy from them, guess what? They'll train you, they'll give you all these things, and you have access to your clientele, or rather your customers. Then we also have what we call the small office, home office, the solo. These ones, this is where someone would tell you to say, me, I work from home. I don't report for work at 8 hours, but I just work from home. At your home, you can create an office and you can interact with your client through what? Internet. Because nowadays everyone is on media. This one, it is moderately priced to solve typical needs. Okay, like all-in-one software package where you can just use it just at your home place. You are able to access it and work within the comfort of your home. Now, let's look at what is needed for someone to get this, the small office or home office, the soul. You just need organizational what? Skill, secretary, kwa mana, msa. That's what you need. You should also have research skills of a librarian. Number 3, you need to have accounting skills of a bookkeeper. Number 4, you need to have experience of someone who has done it before. Because remember, you are just working alone at your home place. So that simply means that you yourself, you are the secretary, you are the researcher, you are the accountant. You need to issue out receipts and create invoice. You need to have all these experiences. You need to have all these four characteristics for you to set up this establishment. Then what it really has the researchable library for resource, you can research. Then also legal guides, they can guide you, and also tax guide, they can also guide you. Correction of business document, yes, that one really comes. Now remember, on tax guide, it really comes in when you register your company under PACRA. Once you register your company under PACRA, you need to be paying tax. And once you pay tax, then it really comes, you should put your percentage format even in the package that you are using at home. That will help you, because sometimes when you are working from home, your clients, it's someone maybe with in America, or maybe in Washington, D.C., someone who is in Europe, Canada. And when they purchase some tax pay, okay, then correction of business documents, links to the user business and government site on the internet. Okay, now application software ethics is legal. Now, each and every application, it needs to be legalized. Otherwise, when you're doing something that is illegal, you'll be prosecuted. You will be prosecuted. And that's the reason why a lot of these cyber crime security, these FBI, the ones that are in America, they use, most of them, they are just ICT specialists. They can program something and then they'll be able to track and trace. They can even track your computer just to capture some information. Even your phone, they can hack it. Your car, everything they can fix it, and also they can even capture your moves and everything. Those people, they are just they are secret security service. You can't identify them, but they are very they are very advanced when it comes to ICT. Now let's look at what is legal. Software piracy. Software piracy, that one, it's illegal. Piracy, that is making illegal copies of the legal. You can be prosecuted 25 years. Why the fuse? Okay, it's very easy to duplicate software versus a textbook. Remember, even textbook, if someone has written the book and then you just remove their names and whatnot, and then you put your name, and once that book starts, they'll notice it, and once they notice it, so long you've put your names and everything, they'll search for you, and then you'll be jailed. Software companies may lose hundreds of dollars per pilot's copy. Yes. Once you get these pirates, you to lose hundreds of dollars. In fact, not just $100, millions of dollars. And that's the reason why when they notice to say that the software has been it has been violated, what will happen is that they'll put up an amount to say whoever finds this person will pay him maybe $20 million. And you've never had that money before. So, and you know where that person is. The easiest way is just to show them. And then you get the money. So that's how people are doing. Then prosecution. Yes, small, medium-sized business, people who purchase a few copies and distribute to many other users. Then no, in here we talk about individual users who probably could not have purchased the software on their own anyway, but they are using it, they can be prosecuted. Yeah, okay, so that's under prosecution. Counterfeiting. In software is just copied into the CD room or the DVD room, and then once you purchase it. And that's the reason why certain books, when you buy them, they usually come with a disc inside. If you don't want to be reading that book, you can just put the disc, the CD, and then you'll be watching everything as you are, and then you'll be listening that way. Even nowadays, books are now being converted into audio, where you can just put your headsets and then you are even sleeping, you are even studying, but you are sleeping. Yeah. Package duplication duplicates the original. Okay. But the packages, they can duplicate, like you can duplicate from the original content. Then they are also sold in freer market or just small stores. Then they are also cheaper price, because they will tell you to say you can get it at, if it's per month, they'll put maybe $2. Then if it is that is per day, they can charge you $1. Then if it is per month, they will charge you maybe $5. The whole year they will charge you maybe $20 or 19. You, it's $19.9, but mostly if you round it off, it's $20. Then they occur more overseas. These ones you can usually find them overseas. One might be wondering to say, why do they purchase them? Imagine for the whole year they purchase it, you can buy it at $20. Then someone was wondering and asking to say, these guys are cheaper. $20. Then you'd be like, now, do you know those people, the software companies, they are not just selling to you as an individual, they are selling to millions of people, sending that car $20. Now, when they put it together, how much are they making? Millions. A lot. Copying software, what happened? Legitimacy, reasons. Backup, you can only copy software when you have legitimate reasons to do that, or rather you want to back up that copy, or you put to the hard disk. Then illegitimate reasons, you will obtain software without paying for it. And then this one, it's illegal. Okay. Computing people. Users, we have individuals who operate a computer to accomplish what? A task, either maybe at home or maybe for business. Copy these things, computer tasks, just to operate on the computer, just to complete the task that you've been given. Okay, just like as you can see, these people here, this guy is at home, but this one is somewhere at work, then is on a computer. Even this one is on a computer. They're just trying to complete their task. Remember the times of COVID-19? People used to run from their comfort of their home. And what used to happen is that, especially the female students, they used to get these, those dummies, especially for the head for those dummy dolls. They'll even just put the wig and the glasses and then the face mask, as if they, and then they'll put the computer like this and the camera, as if there is a person comes up a couple dog. And the person is sleeping. So those were the times during COVID-19. That's what was happening. Computer profession, management information system, that is MIS. Computer information system, CIS. Computer service, information service, IS, as well as information technology, IT. So these are professions where you can get your specialty. You want to be an IT guy, or you want to be the management information system, the MIS, or you want to be a CIS, or just a CS, or an IC, or an IT. So you choose. Computer profession, we have what we call data entry operators. These are just key data into a machine that is readable format. Computer operator, where we have the monitor. You need to monitor the computer. Okay, then librarian, these they usually use the catalogs just to keep secure the disk and everything that is in the library. These are the e-library platform as well as the hard copy. So a librarian usually have a computer where they'll be able to access and watch and check what every person who is on each computer is doing. If watching videos which are contrary to what you're doing, you're studying, they'll be able to track you. Now, this one is only applicable in developed country. Yeah, in developed country, but in our country, not that much, because people goes in the library, computer library, just to download their own things. Yes. Oh, we're not yet done. Then we have also computer programmer. These they write, they test, they implement, and they also maintain programs. System analyst. System analyst, these they plan and design computer system. Okay. Then we also have network manager. These they just work overseas. That is, they oversee the network. They just oversee the network. Then Chief Information Officer, the CIO. This department, this is just a department manager, a person who manages everything, who makes strategic decisions relating to the flow of information in the organization. Any questions? If there are no questions, if you have put those questions in the box comment below, I'll get them. Then if there are no questions, thank you so much. And thank you for your time, your attention, and ensure to hit that notification button and subscribe to my channel. This has been your host, Morgan Epika Izorikama Jr. Thank you so much and shalom.